We hope that the high quality of entries and what judges say about them will inspire everybody in the network to do the same level of training and to aspire to the same level of training excellence that the finalists have provided and demonstrated to us. We don't have time to go through every single one of the submissions in detail of how great they all are, but we'll share a lot more about the winners, tell you their stories a bit more in the weeks to come. From our 15 finalists, we'll be handing out 4 trophies to the winners of our main category, which is Training Team of the Year, and 1 trophy to an individual, Young Achiever Award. You met last year's Young Achiever, and that's a pretty high standard to live up to. This year, we've also created several new highly commended categories. These are given to finalists who excelled in one specific criteria in the Training Team of the Year category and deserve special praise for their work. It's quite a lot to get through on this list. Jakob also stole my thunder on this one, but I'd like to introduce you to the judging panel in full. We had 11 judges, and 3 of them are here today. They're uniquely qualified people who are able to scrutinize award submissions. And we're really happy that you're here today to see the fruits of your labors, guys. We couldn't have done this without them, obviously. So I'll just explain a bit about what it was they were judging. In the Training Team of the Year category itself, the best entries received high scores from the judges across 4 criteria. Their quality of training, the safety and fidelity of that training, how safe and lifelike the training setting is, their contribution to the community and industry, and inclusivity, which is how entries accommodate the needs of different people taking their courses. For the Young Achievers, we asked training providers to nominate their best young talent, and we do have a great shortlist to share as the final award of the evening, or the afternoon, in fact. All the trophy winners are going to be invited on the stage to collect their awards, and they'll be welcome to grab this microphone and say a few words, hopefully to the people at home who were unable to attend, while they hold their trophy aloft. So we can get underway. Our first award is Training Team of the Year for the Americas region. I'm not going to talk about each one. What we've created is some video introductions. So let's roll the tape and learn about the Americas region.
Training Team of the Year, Americas. GWO certified training providers in the Americas have delivered over 52,000 modules so far in 2022. And the GWO trained workforce across North, Central and South America now numbers over 26,000 technicians. In North America, GWO has taken steps to help stakeholders directly, working on the ground across the USA to help ensure all prospective training providers have the right support and guidance to transition to GWO industry standard training. The USA is now the fastest growing GWO network in the world. Plus, technicians in North America are amongst the most well-trained globally, averaging 5 modules per participant. With employers looking for new recruits holding BST, BTT, ART and more, American training providers have shown a real commitment to standardization.
Okay, the finalists for the Training Team of the Year in the Americas region are Tech Safety Lines from the United States. Let's have a round of applause for each one. RWE's Safety Training Team, also from the United States. And finally, Maersk Training Brazil. The judges were hugely impressed with these entries. However, one company stood out, with the judges saying that it's clear they're the leader, delivering high-quality training in an innovative, inclusive way that's geared to the technician's needs. So now, to present the award, Jakob, please open the envelope.
And I don't know, so
No, he has absolutely no idea.
interesting. And the training team of the year goes to Tech Safety Lines.
And to collect the award on behalf of Tech Safety Lines, please welcome the company's president and owner, Diane Waghorn.
Do I give it to her? Come up on stage.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate this great honor. Thank you very much. I'm very
Congratulations.
appreciative. Thank you very much.
Would you like to say anything to the audience?
Oh, yeah. Exciting. I'm just so honored to be receiving this award on behalf of all my employees and all of our wonderful trainers back home in Dallas, Texas, who are so dedicated to both safety and training, and just to all the hardworking individuals in this industry. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Diane. Thank you. Congratulations. So congratulations to all our finalists and congratulations to Tech Safety Lines. We have one. Our next category is Training Team of the Year, Asia Pacific. We received entries in this category from across the region. So let's have a quick introduction. Roll the tape.
Training Team of the Year, Asia Pacific. GWO certified training providers in the Asia Pacific region have continued to grow rapidly. After almost doubling their training activity in 2021, the region is on target to pass 10,000 people trained during 2022. Countries such as India, Taiwan, Japan, and the Philippines are delivering globally recognized standards to more and more people. And employers in Asia Pacific can now count on a workforce of almost 20,000 technicians with a GWO training certificate. In 2022, 14 new GWO training providers certified in the region, including a first from Singapore and 4 in the rapidly developing Vietnam market. A network of 79 training providers across 11 different markets is testament to our shared commitment to bring minimum standards of safety to the wind energy workforce.
Okay, so the finalists for Training Team of the Year in Asia Pacific are Fire and Safety Australia, MTIC from Taiwan, and Taiwan International Wind Power Training Corporation. We should have given each one of those a clap, so let's just give them all a clap. So after each of these, I'll just explain what the judges thought. They gave, again, lots of great feedback on these finalists. All of them were complimented on their facilities and their delivery. Many comments about how rapidly these companies have established such a high-quality service. But the winner in the category scored highly in all 4 criteria, just as they all have to. The judges said the entry displayed a noteworthy dedication to the concept of train as you fight, which is a phrase that we've heard several times over the course of today. Because all their instructors, for example, volunteer in rescue organizations, they gain real-life practical experience for themselves. So Jakob, please tell us who they are.
Interesting. And the winner for Asia Pacific is Fire and Safety Australia.
Unfortunately, given the distance, representatives from Fire and Safety Australia were unable to join us, so I'm going to invite Lisa Mallon, Chair of our Executive Committee, to accept the award on their behalf. Lisa, please join us at the stage.
Thank you.
So please, if you stand to just do a quick photo. So hopefully they dialed in on the live stream and they're watching and cheering all the way over on the other side of the world.
Well done, guys.
Thank you.
And well done to the other 2 teams from Asia Pacific as well, and thank you for traveling so far.
Yeah, actually a special mention to our colleagues from Taiwan who have traveled all the way over here. Okay. So we're running through these pretty quick. Our third Training Team of the Year category is for the Northern Europe region. Let's learn a bit about that part of the world.
Training Team of the Year, Northern Europe. This region comprises just 6 countries bordering the North Sea, who collectively train a workforce totaling more than 46,000 technicians. Overall, 112,000 modules were completed by 28,000 participants in 2021 in the region, and with close to 25,000 already trained in 2022, this year looks set to increase again. As these half-dozen countries continue to develop ambitious projects on and offshore, the need for a safe and productive workforce has never been clearer. It's thanks to the dedication and commitment of training providers like those nominated today that employers can rely on a good minimum standard of safety for their technicians. GWO's network continues to grow in this region, adding 9 new certified training providers this year.
So some pretty big numbers, as you can imagine, in this only 6 countries representing such a large part of the GWO training network. Many of you are here today. And the finalists in this category are Complete Training Solutions, Rely on New Tech UK, and AIS SurviveX. The judges were effusive in their praise for the 3 finalists, noting all of them had a really high commitment to quality, their community, their facilities, and their staff. However, the winner was chosen for going over and above in all 4 criteria in their submission, and that's what matters in this case. Real workplace scenarios were identified as a major strength in this submission, superb commitment to the community and the future employment of technicians, plus some really, really great feedback from their participants. Jakob, reveal all.
Yes. And the Training Team of the Year for Northern Europe is Rely on New Tech UK.
And please welcome to the stage, I believe it's Meda from Rely on New Tech UK. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So there you go.
Thank you.
There you go. So let's stand for a quick photo, and then... Would you like to say something to your peers?
Yes, I'm actually not Rely on New Tech UK. I'm Rely on New Tech Global. I'm heading the HSEQ globally, and I'm facilitating our alignment. So I see this as a team effort headed by our dedicated team in the UK, Bob, Jenny, James, Kath, and David. So thank you.
Congratulations.
Very good.
Okay. The final region of our Training Team of the Year category is Europe, Middle East, and Africa. You guys actually just know the drill now, so let's...
Training Team of the Year, Europe, Middle East and Africa. This region represents a wide geographical area comprising countries around East, West and Southern Europe, plus a growing population of sites in Africa and the Middle East. The training providers of Europe, Middle East and Africa deliver modules to a substantial proportion of the global workforce, with close to 45,000 GWO certified technicians active in the region. And during 2021, more than 21,000 people were trained with at least 1 GWO module. In 2022, 12 new GWO certified training centres opened across Europe, Middle East and Africa, including 3 in Lithuania and 3 in Spain. This year, a third African country joined the network, with Morocco adding its first training provider alongside South Africa and Egypt.
Very cool. The finalists in the Europe, Middle East and Africa region are Mira Ropaxes from Turkey, SP Wind from South Africa. That's what I like to hear, whooping, yeah. And Tessignor from Spain. So just a few words on what the judges thought about their entries. They were described as pioneers. The finalists were applauded for their commitment to best practice, with several pointing out how some benefited from instructors that had real-life experience as turbine technicians. All of them were complimented on their excellent facilities, but one stood out for the sheer variety of its delivery, using every conceivable method to ensure participants get a great learning experience. Jakob, tell us who.
And the winner is for Europe, Middle East, and Africa, Tessignor.
And to collect the award on behalf of Tessignor, Director of Training, Juan Lopez.
Felicitaciones.
Congratulations, Juan. Have a on here. Let's keep the music on.
Okay.
Great. Congratulations, Juan. You want to say something to the guys?
Yeah, just a few words. Thank you to GWO and well, of course, thank you very much to my team, my training team. So, well, more or less that's all. So, thank you very much.
Thank you, Juan.
Thank you.
So well done to all the trophy winners. But we're not finished with those Training Team of the Year prizes just yet. The judges obviously had a really hard decision to make, but all 12 of those finalists has demonstrated how they go above and beyond and provided us with a submission as evidence of that. But the judges wanted to give credit for those who excelled in one particular criteria. So now we're going to recognize those finalists with a certificate of commendation from our panel. The first highly commended award is for a training provider who excelled in the criteria of training quality. The judges said this company has an extremely talented group of instructors, and they were particularly impressed with how they explained the transfer of skills, knowledge, and ability. So, Thomas, you'll appreciate that, to make effective training. Jakob, can you tell us who this is?
I can.
This is less with the envelopes, more with certificates.
Okay, so the highly commended for quality of training is Maersk Training Brazil.
And to collect the award on behalf of Maersk Training Brazil, please welcome Jeremy Faria, head of their wind department. Jeremy, good to meet you. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I said you should receive an award.
Good. Thank you.
Perhaps a few words.
Yeah, it's just a massive honor to be here finally, and thanks to the team back in Brazil, the company as a whole, I guess, and thanks to GWO for the opportunity.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you, Jeremy. An award for traveling far should also be given here.
Yeah. So the next highly commended certificate is going to go to two companies. This is in the area of the safety and fidelity criteria. This is really important to our industry in as much as the realistic nature of training sets, in many ways, good GWO training apart. The judges recognized both of these companies as having excellent facilities that enhanced the learning experience of participants, creating a high degree of realism during their lessons. So, Jakob, please introduce us to these two.
Both of them at the same time?
Yes, they're both going to come up at the same time.
All right. So, which one is it?
It's not in order of preference.
Okay. Okay, so closest to home is RWE Safety Training Team.
From the United States, actually.
From the United States, okay. But still, it is closest to home because the other one is MTIC by MIRTC from Taiwan.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
This is where
Anyway,
two at a time is tricky. Please.
Come on,
Okay, we're going to do a group photo.
group photo.
Thank you. Congratulations, guys.
Good to see you.
All right. So this is running kind of smooth, don't you think?
Kind of smooth.
The third criteria that we wanted to award a highly commended certificate for was in the area of diversity and inclusion. Again, this is 2 companies, so concentrate. The first of those companies in its entry gave plenty of examples of why diversity and inclusion was so important to its organization and its delivery. But most worthy of note was how it's adapted its GWO training to accommodate disabled participants, successfully training amputees, for example, in modules such as working at height. The second comes from a part of the world where religious diversity and sensitivities are actively considered, and they explained that to us in their entry. This training provider told us how it's constantly adapting its teaching, its visual materials, and even instructors' body language to match cultural expectations. So can you tell us these 2 companies, please?
And the first company is Complete Training Solutions. And the second company is Mira.
So Amy Guy and Danielle Kershaw from Complete Training Solutions. And Barish Atas from Mira Rope Access. Barish, welcome.
Good to see you.
Hi, guys. Congratulations. You stand here. Thank you so much. Okay. So we have one final highly commended award, and this one goes to a single training provider, so a little bit simpler. And they were recognized in their submission for community and engagement. They showed how, by reaching out to underprivileged communities in their own country, can provide inspiration for a potential new generation of wind technicians and the local leaders who guide them. It's also taken this approach internationally, building a mobile training center in Kenya, giving much needed opportunities to technicians in that region. So Jakob, please introduce them.
The highly commended for community and engagement goes to SP Wind.
And please welcome Amy Taylor, Head of Marketing and Business Strategy.
Congratulations.
Can we stand over here a little bit?
Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Amy. So that concludes the Training Team of the Year category in terms of the winners and the highly commended entrants. All of the finalist entries were really good. I'm sorry we can't send everybody away with a trophy of some kind. But we're almost at the end of this show, and I'd like to think we've saved a bit of the best till last. It kind of goes without saying we've got a talent challenge in this industry. I mean, we've spent the entire day talking about it, and we could probably go on. Equally, training providers themselves need to be able to bring in high-quality instructors, bring them through their own training programs, nurture their careers, and hold on to them. The Young Achiever of the Year award is designed to highlight those individuals under 30 years of age who represent this bright future, if only we can find more of them. Enough from me on that. We have an introduction from they themselves.
Achiever of the Year. Here are some of the shortlisted Young Achievers.
And wind safety is really important because it's quite a hazardous industry, and so anything that we can do to make that safer is always going to be better.
It's important because wind industry is not only about wind turbines, megawatts and projects. It's mainly about people who do their job in dangerous conditions.
Safety is a basic need of our life and work. Building a safe environment for them is a very basic requirement.
If we have poor safety records, then people are either going to leave the industry or get injured, in which case we're not just damaging people's lives and affecting them, but we're also losing one of the most important resources that the industry has and relies on.
Wind safety is important because these people are important.
It's a responsibility to us, making the work environment safer to the people.
It's about making sure that those people who are going to work feel valued and more than just being a number on the spreadsheet, making them feel like they can come home from work just as safely as if they were working in an office.
It's a great honor to be a finalist as a young achiever.
I am proud because I have been recognized among so many great people. This nomination is a confirmation that this is the right path.
As a company, we've worked really hard to try and make our training enjoyable and engaging for anybody who comes on the course. And so to have my part of that recognised by being named as a finalist is a really proud moment for me.
So the finalists are, and I'm actually going to ask you all to stand up because I think this is the best part of the day. Simon Viersgas, Yingyuan Liu, and Matthew Thompson. Now, I read through a lot of submissions myself when I was looking through how to present these categories to everybody, and the judges gave so much good feedback to all of you, and actually a lot of the other Young Achiever entries, even at such a young age, and that makes me feel old.
Because you
yeah. They were described as committed to lifelong learning, all natural educators, but with plenty of work experience from out in the field. However, one has to be chosen, and they were chosen for their extremely broad contribution. Includes being a great instructor, but also developing new teaching programs, supporting the community, and embracing new technology. So Jakob, please tell us.
And thank you to all three of you. The Young Achiever of the Year is Matthew Thompson of Safer at Work.
Congratulations. Well done. Congratulations, Matthew. Do you want to say a few words?
I'll keep it short and sweet because I think I'm the only thing now keeping you from your drinks. So just thank you to Safer at Work and my boss, who's up at the back of the room, for giving me the opportunities and the tools to get to the point where I've developed this. And thank you to the judges for them picking me for this award.
Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, everybody. That concludes the ceremony for today. So let's have one last round of applause for all the finalists because they really, really gave everything they could. Thank you to the judges. Thank you to you yourselves for participating today, for concentrating. We really hope to be able to give you a lot of feedback and to work together, and I believe that we've made some big strides forward today in working with you as a community of safety and training. All communities need this opportunity, and I think we've taken it and you've grasped it really, really well amongst us. So thank you again, and enjoy a drink on our behalf.
Yeah.
Let's
go at it. Thank you. Thank you, guys.